Shalom, shalom, call halal Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham HaKodash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone that rule well. Peace, blessings, salutation to all you brothers doing this work in truth, sincerity, and always in charity, as well as to the believers, the men, women, and children that are out there listening and learning. To you we say shalom. All right, I'm the brother Malaki from the great millstone camp, the branch out in Des Moines, Iowa. And Tawada Yah Bahasham Yahweh Shai for allowing me to do this lesson, man. Okay, hey, I want to start off with this, and it's inspired by just different conversations with brothers, brothers going through different things and, the different lessons that brothers been sharing, going around, and it's the spirit, right? And I want to start with this. This is Hebrews chapter 11, and I'm going to start at verse, man, this whole chapter cold, but I'm going to start at verse 32, okay? It says, and what shall I more say? For the time will fail me to tell of Gideon and of Barak and of Samson and of Jephthah, David also, and Samuel, and of the prophets, okay, which we understand through the scriptures, through that these men are back here today, right? The prophets of old are back today. And it says, who through faith subdued kingdoms, wrought righteousness, obtained promises, stopped the mouth of lions, quenched the violence of fire, escaped the edge of the sword, out of weakness were made strong. Man, out of weakness were made strong. Okay, it says, wax valiant in fight, and turn to flight the armies of the aliens. Women received their dead raised to life again, and others were tortured, not accepting deliverance, that they might obtain a better resurrection. Right, and these are all things that the men of the Lord went through, right? As we read the prophets, right? And so we understand that this walk of ours is tough, as it's written. Salaki. It says, through much tribulation shall we enter into the kingdom of heaven, right? We got to go through that straight gate, but. Verse 36, and others had trial of cruel mockings and scourgings, yea, moreover, bonds and imprisonment. They were stoned, they were sawn asunder, they were tempted, they were slain with the sword. They wandered about in sheepskins and goatskins, being destitute, afflicted, tormented, of whom the world was not worthy. Of whom the world was not worthy. It says they wandered in deserts and in mountains and in dens and in caves of the earth. And all these, having obtained a good report through faith, received not the promise. It says, Yahweh having provided some better thing for us, that they without us should not be made perfect. Okay. Now I know that was a lot, but the key point that I wanted to show was the different trials and tribulation and sufferings. But it says what? That the world was not worthy of them. Okay? And the basis of this lesson, because I sat back and meditated, and I'm thinking, man, the men of Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai are the only people in this earth that truly love. They're the only people that truly show, that truly have real love, man. And that's something heavy in the spirit. This is 1 John, right? I'm gonna grab 1 John chapter 4 and in verse 12. Okay, 1 John 4 and 12. It says, no man, it's lucky. It says, I'll just start up at 6. It says, start at 5. It says, they are of the world. Therefore, speak they of the world, and the world heareth them. We are of Yahweh. We are of Yahweh. He that knoweth the Most High heareth us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth. Okay? Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error. You know? The only way you know that is according to the word. According to, if Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua is truly working with you, man. It says, beloved, let us love one another, for love is of the Most High, and everyone that loveth him, and everyone that loveth is born of the Most High, and knoweth the Most High. Right? Because it's a command that we ought to what? To love one another. That's a commandment, man. So if we're truly following the Most High, if we're truly serving Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, then we will have that love towards one another. Okay, but it says, he that loveth not knoweth not the Most High, for the Most High is love. And this was manifested. So in this was manifested the love of the Most High towards us, because that the Most High sent his only begotten Son into the world, that we might live through him. Herein is love, not that we love the Most High, but that he loved us and sent his Son to be the propitiation of our sins. Beloved, if the Most High so loved us, we ought also to love one another. So again, that's a commandment, that we ought to love one another as Hamashiach had loved us. As Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua had loved us, man. And that's key. It says, no man hath seen the Most High at any time. If we love one another, the Most High dwelleth in us, and his love is perfected in us. You know, so we ought to constantly abound in that love. Constantly abounding in that love. And again, the men of the Lord, you know, the believers, the body of believers are the only people in this world that truly have a sense of love, man. Because here you'll have people in the world say, oh, I love you, I'll do anything for you. Hey, and there's a heavy point. You know, a while back ago we was talking and referencing the movie Suicide Squad. You know, for brothers that have seen that movie, you have a scene with the Joker and with Harley Quinn, right? And she's telling him, you know, I love you. You know, I'll do anything for you. This, that, and the third, right? And I forgot exactly how it goes, but basically she's like, oh, I would die for you. And he says, no, that's too easy. He says, will you live for me? And that's the true embodiment of love, man. Is living for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And for one another. Preferring one another, man. Because it's, you know, it's a hard thing to do. It's harder for you to neglect yourself, you know? To neglect yourself, not to do the things that your flesh wants to do, but to conform your life and to discipline yourself to live according to the scriptures, to live according how Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua have commanded us, right? It's like, you know, I know I'm in transit, I'm about to park over here. I just wanted to get away for a little bit. Salakia. And I want to jump. I want to skip the gun. I want to jump to Romans, man. This is the book of Romans, chapter 13. Damn, what are you doing? Demons, they got clown music on and shit. Salaki, brother, Salaki. Salaki. This is Romans chapter 13 and verse 10. okay? It says, love worketh no ill to his neighbor, therefore love is the fulfilling of the law. And that's a difference between people in this world and the men, women, and children that are in this truth, man, that are part of this faith. Because again, these people think it's easy. All right, I could love you and I could do whatever I want. No, true love is sacrifice. Okay, I'm gonna repeat that again. True love is sacrifice. You again, disciplining ourselves and doing the things that are required of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, which is what? Fulfilling of the law. Right? Doing the things that are commanded. It says, you know, because these men actually do what the Lord demands, regardless of emotion or of different circumstances, man. You know, whatever the case may be that you're going through, is enduring those things and keeping the faith and walking according to the scriptures. 1 John chapter 4 and verse 1. It says, Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of Yahweh, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. Hereby know ye the spirit of the Most High. Every spirit that confesseth that Yahweh Shah HaMashiach is come in the flesh is of the Most High. It says, and every spirit that confesseth not. Salaki, I was supposed to start 4. Salaki, brothers. Salaki. It says, verse 4, ye are of the Most High, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Damn demons, man. They are of the world, therefore speak they of the world, and the world heareth them. Salakia. I had written this down twice. Salakia, brothers, let me, because I had wrote John here and I had wrote 1 John. Man, Salakia, brothers. 1 John 2 and 15. Salakia. 1 John 2 and 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. Okay, it's not of the Father, but is of the world. And you have people that will give, that will break their morals, you know, break their beliefs for the things of this world. They'll sell out for the different accolades and different things that are here in this wicked, corrupt ass society, man. And it ought not to be so. Because again, like it says, everything that's in the world is what? It says the lust of the flesh and the lust of the eyes, the pride of life. And it's not of the Most High Father, it says, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof. But he that doth the will of the Most High endureth forever. Okay, and the people that are sincere about this truly love Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And it says that what? That they confess that they are pilgrims and that they seek, you know, they seek for the place to come. That's ultimately what these people are looking for, man. This body of believers, the men, the women, and children that are truly sincere in this, are looking for the kingdom to come. So it's not about the things here. Which makes it a little more easier for in the mindset to discipline yourself, to give up certain things, man. Because we understand that everything here is temporal. It's just for a moment. But the things that are to come are eternal. Okay? You know, and the people of this world, man, it's always about keeping up with the Joneses and getting one up on you, or oh, I got to do better than what he got and this and that, right? But that's not how it ought to be. It's not not everything is for to better you. You know, there's certain things that Jake will go through that we might have to suffer, that in the long run, the Lord can have it to where we go through these things so that later on down the road, another brother that's going through the same exact thing or something similar, you're able to comfort that brother. You're able to console that brother, you know, so on and so forth. As the scriptures say, I endure all things for the elect's sake. So there's a purpose behind everything. There's a purpose to it all. This is St. Matthew chapter 22 and verse 40. I'll start at verse 36. It says, Master. It's 35. Then one of them, which was a lawyer, asked him a question, tempting him, and saying, Master, what is the great commandment in the law? Yahushua said unto him, Thou shalt love the Lord Yahweh thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Now, why did the Lord say this? Because when you're doing those two things, you are fulfilling the entirety of the law. Okay? So if you truly love Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushua with all your heart, your soul, and your mind, then guess what? You're not going to have idols. You're going to sanctify them. You're going to keep the Shabbat. You know, you're going to honor and respect and reverence the things that he hath commanded. And if you love, this is the second one, that you shall love your neighbor as yourself, well, then guess what you're going to do? You're not going to covet. You're not going to try and get at your brother's wife, you know. You're not going to steal. You're not going to steal his things. Not try to be all greasy and get one up on him and do this. No, man, because again, all of that shit is of the world. But if we love the Most High and we love our brothers like ourselves, then you do keep the law. Okay? And the scriptures talk about walking in wisdom toward them that are without. Well, you can read in Deuteronomy, it says that this law is our wisdom in the sight of the nation. So if we're walking according to the scriptures, which is this the whole book of the law, and if we're walking according to the scriptures towards them that are without, well, then guess what? We're going to deal cordially, you know? We're going to show some respect, you know, per se. And the brother Mentati talks about this all the time. Just because it's an Edomite, you know, or you perceive him to be an Edomite, don't mean you got to be an asshole. Nah, because we are holy people, man. And again, you deal cordially. So here you have it. Just because this guy's an Edomite, that don't mean I'm going to try and holler at his wife, you know, or I can hold the door open for him. Even wicked ass niggas of Israel, man. You deal with them to a certain extent. And that's shown, that's reflected in the men of the Lord. You know, you might have to be dealing with a whole nigga at work, man. And there might be a situation like, oh man, you know, whatever. You know, the Lord can have it to where his ass forgot his food or something. And here you are at lunchtime, you might break him off a little, hey, you know, hey, I got a little bit of extra chips, or I got this, you know, I got an apple, you know. And you deal in the spirit, man. That's the thing. When you walk in the spirit, hey, the scriptures say, live peaceably with all men if it be at all possible. So you have that love, man. And that's the thing. Again, like Yahushua had loved us. Look at what the Lord went through. How he disciplined himself, how he afflicted himself, you know. Ultimately, as the scripture says, he was obedient to the death of the cross. Did all that for us while we were in our filth, while we were in our iniquity, while we were sick, man. A bunch of degenerates. But yet the Lord showed that love towards us. And the men of the Lord had that same spirit upon them, man. You can see it. It's reflected within the lessons, within Jake going out and camping and in their day-to-day life, how brothers deal. And that's something very rare and very precious within this world. Again, these are the only men on earth that truly love. It's wild. It's wild. This world doesn't understand what love is, man. It's just a fucking word. But we understand that it's an action. There's an action behind it. And sometimes it comes in tough love. Sometimes it's soft, you know. But regardless, it's love. It's love. This is St. John, chapter 15. So I had wrote some notes earlier, you know, in the earlier precepts, and they're a little ugly. But this is St. John chapter 15 and verse 13. It says, greater... Man. I'll start at 12. Verse 9, as the Father hath loved me, so have I loved you. Continue ye in my love. If ye keep my commandments, ye shall abide in my love, even as I have kept my Father's commandments and abide in his love. These things I have spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and that your joy might be full. It says, this is my commandment, that ye love one another as I have loved you. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man laid down his life for his friends. And how do we do that, man? Ultimately, it's by what? By presenting our body as a living sacrifice. Now, that's not only when we go out and camp, but that's day to day. Dying daily, man. Constantly putting off our flesh, our desires, our lusts into the obedience of this faith. Going through discipline, going through trials, so on and so forth, all for the betterment of us. I also wanted to grab this. This is Proverbs chapter 27. Proverbs 27 and verse 5. It says, open rebuke is better than secret love. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of the enemy are deceitful. So like I said, with that tough love, hey, sometimes love doesn't come in the form or fashion that you think it would, right? Again, in the world, you have this misconcept of, oh, if you love somebody, you got to make sure you don't offend them, or you got to speak soft, or, you know, oh, I know what you're doing is wrong, but it makes you feel happy, so, you know, you do it. No, that's completely off. That's completely off. Rebuking, correcting your fellow Israelite, your brother, that's true love, man. You see somebody going the wrong way and they're off to fall off a cliff or off a bridge blindly. No, you got to tell them. You're ignorant of the fact that you're about to walk out into heavy traffic on a freeway, you know, on the interstate. But, oh, I'm not going to tell you nothing because you seem happy while you're walking. No. Snatch you up and tell you. You know? And sometimes it's rough. Hey, are you stupid, man? The fuck is wrong with you? You going the wrong damn way. Why the fuck would you do this? Boop, pop the bam, you know? Cussing his ass out. But yeah, you're correcting him out of love. Your child, you don't always correct them in the nicest way. Sometimes it says, if you love your son, you make him feel the rod oft. Sometimes that discipline with that love is required. Look at how the Lord whooped us, man. In Leviticus 19 and 17, it says, Leviticus 19, 16, 17, right? It says, thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. So here you have it. If you don't tell your neighbor that he's doing wrong, that he's going off according to the scriptures, then really you fucking hate him, man. That's just truth. But if you sincerely have a love for them, you're gonna correct them. You're gonna tell them that is wrong, so that they can correct their ways, that they can amend with Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai to receive that mercy. People in the world don't care, man. And the scriptures say that. It speaks about Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. It speaks about the Heavenly Father, right? It says, who the Lord loveth, he chasteneth. He corrects you, he chastises you. It says, for he dealeth with you as sons. It says, but if ye be without chastisement, then are ye not sons, but ye are bastards. Here you have it. Somebody that you don't care about, you're not going to tell them. You're not going to tell them. And that's the world. Do whatever you want. Come as you are. Stay as you are. Do what makes you feel good. Do whatever makes you happy. I'm very happy. But no, we have been shown how to properly love by Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai through him and through his example, through his sacrifice, man. And there's nobody else on this world besides the souls that Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai have called into this that would do the things that we're doing. To give up spending supposedly precious time with your family, to go stand out in the fucking cold on the weekends, to not be all cozy and cuddled up all week, so that you can read your scriptures, so that you can study. We can go into the breakdowns. Missing out on family events, missing out on precious, so-called precious time with your children in their youth, raising them up, missing different games and stuff. Whatever it is, brother. Nobody would do that, man. And that's why to them it's foolishness. They see it as, hey, you hate your family. You hate us. You don't want to spend time with it. You rather be out there following some nonsense. You in a cult. You this, you that, right? But yet the people that are truly serving the Lord, that's the greatest fucking love ever, man. And if you love your family, you love your children, you will be doing the things that are required. Because if you're not living to the way of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, you truly fucking hate everybody, man. But hey, Lord willing, I hope this was edifying. Hey, call her Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, B'Shem HaKakwadash. Double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone that rule well. Till the next time, say Shalom.